we talk about a direct mail deal that we did. What? The TTP guy is talking about direct mail? Well, yes, because we closed a nice big deal, $32,500 we made on this, and it was from a postcard. Let me break it down for you in this case study video. Boom! Everybody, it is Brent Daniels, and we're going to be talking about a little bit of direct mail in this case study. Now, here in Phoenix, I want you to know, one of the most competitive markets. Listen, every market's competitive. Phoenix, apparently, there's a different seminar. I think every guru, real estate guru on the planet, at least like 80% of them reside within like 10 miles of where I live. So there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of competition, congestion in the mailboxes. Let me give you the absolute truth here, and maybe this can relate in your market. This is why we do so much TTP, is because here in Phoenix, it takes about, I'm doing dollar signs, 30,000 mailers for one deal. 30,000 mailers at 32 cents a mailer. Now, these are just the little mailers. Now, some people say that, you know, if you send out letters, it's a lot more effective than postcards. We have found that it doesn't really move the needle, and it's a little bit more costly to do the letters, but I'm not the direct mail guy, so don't, if you're doing it and you're winning, keep winning. I love it. So, but it's about 30,000, it's about $10,000 in cost to get a direct mail lead here in Phoenix based on just our data. Anyway. And thank you for all the comments about my hair looking like Dash from The Incredibles. Really appreciate it. You guys are hilarious. But 30,000 mailers to get a deal. Now this deal, let's break it down. This was on Hearn. The street name was Hearn. And let's go down the 4 pre-quals, because I didn't do this on the last video, but I think it's really, really important. So the first one is the condition of the property, right? Always condition. So condition. The condition was totally gutted. It was a totally gutted property. The family went in and took out all the personal property, cleaned it all out, and it was really just down to the studs. It really needed probably $30,000, $40,000 in rehab. Now, we were, the timeline, right, was they wanted to sell this thing now, okay, because of the motivation. Their motivation in this deal was they inherited the property. This was Dad's house. He'd lived there for a while. He had remodeled it in the 70s and had lived there forever. They inherited the house and they just wanted to get rid of it. It just had too many repairs. Guys, this is so common. You need to be going after the inherited list and the probate list. It is so common. 75% of probate properties, inherited properties here in my market, sell within the first 90 days of ownership. People just can't handle them. People can't take care of them. People don't have the budgets. And oftentimes, they just want the money. They just want to get their money out. They want to disperse it amongst the family so that there's not a lot of infighting, so that everybody has, you know, everything's settled after the passing of a loved one. And so they just want it to be kind of a clean slate and move on with their lives. And oftentimes these properties are in really rough condition. Not all the time, but in certain neighborhoods, in certain areas, in certain, when people have lived there for 30, 40, 50 years, typically they're not updating these properties every 10 or 15 years because they live in there. They don't want to move out and do a total remodel and then move back in. Most people, what they do is they just trade up or down their house. They sell that house, move into something else. So people that have owned their properties for a long time, there should be like an alarm going on in your head. If they've owned their properties for a long time, get after them, okay? Get after them. Now, the price that these guys wanted was they wanted $165, okay? Now, Zillow had it at about $225, but it needed significant work. So my acquisition manager and I talked about it, and I said, well, anchor it down at $140,000 and see what they say to it. Little negotiating back and forth. No, we need to get 165 because it needs to split like this and this and this with the family. No, we're at 140. We stuck to our guns, which when it comes to mail leads, direct mail leads, not male and female, but direct mail leads, oftentimes you have a lot of competition because they're calling on a stack of mailers. So if you have a lot of competition, the more competition you have, the higher the price is going to be because it's going to get bid up. So we were playing a little bit of game there. I mean, we're strategic with it because we wanted to make sure that, one, we built an amazing rapport with the people, having that emotional intelligence with them. And my acquisition manager is an absolute pro at it. And two, just showing them, hey, this needs a significant amount of work. This is why we're at this level. Now, we don't break it all the way down. We don't tell them, you know, that the roof's going to cost this and this is going to cost that and this and that. We just do a ballpark number for it, and it made sense to them. And they came down to a price of $150,000, okay, which was great, because we have buyers in this area that were chomping at the bit. This is a classic 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet, had a couple storage sheds right here in Phoenix, real popular area. Now Zillow had it at about that 225-ish. I think that it could be pushed even further to about 240-ish, which is great. So we were able to push it up and sell it for $182,500. So that is a $32,500 check, $32,500 assignment that we did from the mail lead. Now, did it cost us $10,000 to get that lead? Yes. Is this the highest and best return on the money per different marketing channels? Absolutely not. Did it work? Yes. Does it consistently bring in maybe 10, 15 deals a year that makes sense? If you really, as a business owner, you look at it, you break it down, you see what is your net after you pay your acquisition manager, disposition manager, and the marketing, and it turned out to be really solid. So you got to figure, you know, and with those mailers that I sent out, some of them don't hit right away. Some will trickle in after that marketing effort. So direct mail, if direct mail is working for you, go for it, go hard, be consistent. That's the most important thing with direct mail. But if it's shipping, if it's just the costs are rising, the competition's rising, every time, you know, some big celebrity, you know, endorsed seminar comes in to your town and you hear those radio ads all the time, or you see it on Facebook or social media or Instagram or whatever, you know there's going to be an influx of mail going to the mailboxes of the distressed property owners or every owner. So just keep that in mind. If you want to keep your costs down, then I highly suggest TTP, talking to people, picking up the phone, calling the homeowners and getting the deals that way, because you save a lot more money. But you do run across over $30,000 deals in direct mail. It is an effective strategy. It's not my favorite strategy, but it is effective if you're going to do it. Be consistent. If you want to take your business to the next level, if you want to be more proactive than waiting around for calls from direct mail or traditional marketing, go to wholesalinginc.com/TTP. Scroll up and down the page. Check it out. That's wholesalinginc.com/TTP. It'll be at the end of this video. If you like this video, please subscribe. Hit the alert bell, whatever that does. I guess it sends it to you. But check that out. Subscribe. Check out our page. If it's something that makes sense, set up a call. It'll be the best 30 minutes of your year. I'll talk to you soon. See ya.